Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. As promised, this week I am going to show you how I make these guys. So stay tuned if you want to be a part of that. Just thought I'd introduce them with Muff Face this week. So if you like this, let me know. Give me a comment. Thanks very much. Let's get on to it. So last week we used glitter on polymer clay to create this super cute pink hearts moment. I did show the skeleton being removed and all the processes of that. If you'd like to go back and rewatch that, then awesome. It'd be great. So use the scrap from this slab to clean everything up to make sure no glitter goes in the bin or into the drain. And we end up with this super cute mini slab. So I'm going to lay that down and using my leaf blade, I think it's called a leaf blade, it's just super thin. We're going to square off the corners, going to do the bottom there nice and straight, and do the side as well after we've introduced a ruler. So I'm going to make these little strips. They're going to be 5 centimeters long. When I pick up my blade again, they're 5 centimeters long, and I'm going to make them 1 centimeter wide as well. Let's see that in just a moment. And again, the scrap from this is going to go back through the pasta machine. This went through the pasta machine at a level 2 again. And here we go. We're going to be doing them as Magliases. And we're going to do them 1 centimeter wide. There we go, nice and precise, making sure they're nice and level, even all the way along the length. And again, there we go, there's the scrap, and it's going to go back through the pasta machine. Mixy mixy. Because that glitter is already distributed throughout, putting the scrap through the pasta machine won't make any difference. It'll still look the same. There we go, squaring off the edges again. Make sure they're nice and even. With my ruler. Apologies if you can hear the heater or the trains in the background. I'm recording this voiceover at work instead of at home this time. Hopefully the microphone isn't picking it up, but just thought I'd mention just in case. So there we go. We got 2 sets of 3 going on here. We've got a tiny bit of scrap. I think I maybe could have gotten 1 more pair out of that, but that'll wait. And here's the secret to the twisties. We're just going to use some metal straws. You can find them in most shops these days. I believe I got these off Amazon. So thank you, Jeff Bezos. Hooray. And we're going to try and lift these up without distorting them too much. And we're going to wind them round. And that's it, really. I'm going to be nice and careful to keep them flat and keep them nice and even. I like to do this at about a 45-degree angle so that I can keep them pretty uniform throughout, using that top corner to create like an arrow that goes up the straw. And we're just going to gently pat them all the way around to make sure they're nice and flat. And they will stick to the metal straws, but after they've been baked, just a little bit of gentle pressure on the corners, you should be able to get them off nice and easily. And I will show you that in a sec. So yeah, tappa, tappa, tappa.
Tappa, tappa, tappa.
Making sure they're nice and even and flat all the way around. You might be thinking, why am I not rolling it on the counter? I've done that in the past and it has distorted the shape. So I prefer to do it this way. It takes a little bit more time, but it means I can get a more even result, a more uniform result, which is what we want in earrings, really. We want them to be sisters. Sometimes they're cousins, like eyebrows. But no, we want them to be similar, don't we? And there we go. Again with the tapper, 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 nice and careful. If the corners lift up a little bit, it just needs a little bit more tapping. I've shown in the past that I prefer to punch holes before baking. If I do that with these guys, that hole will distort. So on this occasion, I will be drilling afterwards. And again, I'll make sure to show that whole process. So there we go. We've got 2 on the straw there. I think we're almost ready to put these in the oven. I will, of course, do the other 4 at the same time. And there we go. Fun and twisty. Here we go. Here's my drilling board with all the holes all over it. It is well loved. It is a piece of MDF I bought specifically to drill polymer clay on. There we go. So just a little bit of gentle pressure on the corners now to slide these off, and they will just slide off really nicely. There we go. Bit of push, and there we go. Perf. And I've done that with all 6, as you can see. Roly, roly. And it's time to drill. So yeah, I've got a nice medium speed on here. Doesn't need to be too fast. And we're going to drill a little hole just at the top, just somewhere to thread a jump ring through so that we can get that hook on. There we go. This is about a 2-minute job, maybe not even that. It takes longer for me to get my drill out of its drawer than it does to drill all the holes. And there we go. Lovely jubbly. So the next job will be to put these guys back on the straws and apply some little spikes. And these are the spikes that I will be applying. These are nail art spikes. I do have a lot of silver ones as well, so I've made black with silver spikes, which are cute as well in the past. But let's use these dark pink ones because they're almost exactly the same shade as the glitter, which is fun. And to apply them, we're going to use one of these guys. If you've done diamond painting, you'll recognize this as a wax pen. I have several in my collection because I've done just a couple diamond paintings, like these. Oh, and also this one. And these guys too. And that one. And there we go. We're going to pop them back on the straw. Going to use some fast acting super glue this time. We would like it to be fast acting because these spikes tend to move around. This glue did not want to come out of this tube. But there we go. We got a tiny little dot on there. It might be a smidge too much, but it's enough. And there we go, wax pen on the tip. And on it goes. Beautiful. I'll do the rest of it off camera because it's tricky to do with the camera between my arms. And there we are. Fun and funky. I really love these ones. They're so cute. There we go. Lovely jubbly. So I'll do the rest of them off camera and then I'll come back to you when it's time to assemble. That's the word I'm looking for. My goodness. There we go. Assembly time. And again, assembly super quick, barely an inconvenience. Just pop a little jump ring on there and then you've got somewhere to put your earring hook. I have done these in other colours as well, not just the pink and the black, like I mentioned. I did some yellow ones with purple spikes. I'll show you the different variations that I've done at the end. And there we go, there's one. Nice and easy. And again, there's two. I prefer using 2 pairs of pliers when it comes to jump rings, just because I find them easier to open than those little rings with the slits in them. And it saves my nails. Not that I have many. So yeah, there we go. All done, ready to go on a card. If it'll stay in my hand. There we go. Lovely jubbly. And we're going to pop one of these rubber stoppers on the back. I love these rubber stoppers because I have lost so many earrings out of my ears before I started wearing these, including a very sentimental pair, which I was very sad about. But there we go. So I always keep the rubber stoppers on the back of earrings. Pop them on the back when you put them in. You'll never lose an earring again. And as I mentioned, here are some other colour variations I've done. Thank you so much for joining me on today's video. Now's the perfect time to like the video, smack that button for me, and leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Thanks very much again, and bye-bye.